Hi guys, so for today's video I have an everyday makeup routine. Now I know I do a lot of get ready with me's, well saying that I haven't done one in like a month, which is really bad, like a chatty get ready with me. Definitely need to do one of those again soon, but today's video I just wanted to show you guys all the products that I use on an everyday basis and products that I love. So that's what today's video is going to be about, and also everything I'm using is cruelty free, so I'm so pleased about that, and so many brands which I didn't expect to be are cruelty free, so that's fantastic. But there is one product in this video from MAC. I bought it about a year ago and I'm just trying to use it up at the moment, but the reason I wanted to include it in this video was that if any of you guys know a dupe, then perhaps you could share it with me and then I can forward that on and pass it on to whoever else. So yeah, now that I've got all of that out the way, I feel like that's a good enough intro, so yeah, let's get into the video. So starting off with foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have the colour light beige to match my fake tan. Usually I don't really go for high-end foundations. If you watched my prom video, you would know that I bought this earlier on in the year for my prom. This has quickly become one of my favourite foundations. The only thing is that because it is by Too Faced, it is really expensive, so still on the hunt for like a dupe for this, something I can use instead. I've just put it on the back of my hand here and I am actually mixing it with a lighter foundation. I'm yet to find the perfect lighter foundation, yet to find the perfect base for my face, but when I do I'll definitely mention what it is. Yeah, with this I tend to apply the lighter shade in the inner parts of my face and then I go in with the darker bit on the outside. I'm going to be using this flat top brush by Sedona Lace. This is so old, it's got to be at least 3 years old. I think I even had this before I started YouTube, and I've even cut the bristles down as well because it all started to go uneven. This brush is so old, I really need to update it. But recently I've just been loving applying my foundation with a flat top brush. It just gives you loads of coverage, and don't get me wrong, I do love my little sponge, but I am just going to use it later on to just go over the foundation. If you want a really flawless foundation, definitely recommend this one, and my favourite thing to do, like I said, is just to take a sponge. This one's a bit wet actually, I think I wet it a bit too much. But I'm just going to go over and just pat my face, and honestly, this makes such a big difference. Then moving on to some cream contouring. I don't do this every day, but I like to do it most days when I'm not rushed for time. So I'm going to take this Revolution palette, it's just called the Ultra Cream Contour Palette, and just looks like this. Okay, so I know my palette looks so much more ratchet than the first time I showed it when I was trying out Revolution makeup, but does anyone else have this problem? Because no matter how hard I try and keep this clean, like this yellow especially, it just does not want to stay clean. Anyway, I'm just going to be taking this foundation brush. I do like to just press it in there and then just do this shape here. And then I'm also just going to put some on my chin and some on my forehead. And then whatever's left, I'm just going to try and do... Ooh, that went quite straight. A straight line down my nose. Then I also just like to take this colour here on a really small foundation brush this time and just contour my cheekbones. I'm just going to put some underneath my nose here, also underneath my mouth ever so slightly so it doesn't look muddy or anything, and a tiny little bit up here. And I know when I'm describing this it sounds like so much makeup, but honestly when I'm not explaining it all and I'm just going through it, I can literally get this done in like half an hour, less than that, probably about 20 minutes. I do try to take my time when I do it on camera because the slightest flaw shows up and can just ruin your makeup look, but I am just going to take my little sponge now and just pat all of that in place. So there's all that done, and then the last cream product I'm going to be using before I set everything is going to be my MAC paint pot, and this is in the shade Painterly. Basically just an eye base with a little bit of colour to just prep your eyelids before eyeshadow, but it's honestly nothing special. I really want a dupe for this, so if any of you guys know of one, I will be so grateful if you just left it in the comments. Since I do have this though, I am just going to be using it up. If I had unlimited money, I would throw this stuff out and go buy cruelty-free ones, but I don't. I am still a student, so I am going to be using this today. But yeah, I would honestly be so grateful if any of you guys left me some dupes down below. But I'm just going to put this on my eyelids And then to set everything down, I'm going to be taking the Collection Sheer Loose Powder. I love this stuff and I also love their concealer, so to find out this brand was cruelty free, oh, I was so happy about it. So firstly, I'm just going to pour some into the cap and I'm just going to go underneath my eyes. I don't necessarily bake with this because I don't leave it on for a long time, but I really just like to push it into my pores because once you wipe it away, it really just gives an airbrushed look, and also this area I get really shiny in it, so it's perfect for keeping me matte for longer. And then once that's done, I just take my kabuki brush and I pretty much just set the rest of my face. And then the next thing I do is go in with some type of bronzer, so I'll either go in with Hoola by Benefit, just looks like this, or I'll go in with this powder palette from Revolution, just looks like this. It really just depends on what mood I'm in or how lazy I'm feeling. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll do this. If I'm thinking, I'll concentrate a bit more, I'll do the Revolution one. This is the one I'll be using today because I feel like I use the Hoola bronzer a lot in my videos. So I'm just going to be taking this light colour up here. When I first used it, I was like, no, this is way too light. But after using it a couple of times, and especially in natural lighting, it's honestly like the perfect colour and does look quite natural. Now I'm just going to quickly fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to use the NYX eyebrow pencil in the colour Taupe. Absolutely love this thing, but I think I'm running out. I don't like to do anything too dramatic with my eyebrows. I just like to bring them in slightly closer and just fill in the gaps really. And that's everything for my eyebrows. To be honest, I don't even set them because they never even move about. Then I'm just going to wipe away all the powder underneath my eyes because I don't want it to go cakey, so I don't like to leave it there too long. Then I'm going to take this product by NYX. It's their Jumbo Eye Pencil in the colour Milk. Everyone used to use this on YouTube back in the day, and last week I recently rediscovered it just going through my makeup. One of the best things to put on your eyes before if you're going for light colours or really just want anything to pop. One big tip with this is though, just like hardly use any of it, otherwise it does crease really bad. But apart from that, if you use like just dots and you just blend it in from there, it goes on nice evenly and it gives you a nice colour to begin with. So I don't actually wear eyeshadow every day. I don't even wear makeup every day, to be honest. I probably wear makeup about 5 days a week, and then if I wear eyeshadow, it'll be around 3 or 4. If I've got time anyway. I love doing my eyeshadow. So often what I like to do is I like to go in with a light shade across my eyelid, and I like to put a little bit of bronzer on. But like I said, if I do have more time, I will do eyeshadow. Recently I got this. It's the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia, and look at the colours. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's an assortment of shimmery and matte in here, but the colours, honestly, I can't get over them. They're just so rich, so warm, and every single eye look I've created with this, I've just loved so far. So I'm going to begin by taking this colour right at the top and just placing this all over my eyelid. I only got this palette about 2 weeks or so. I posted it on Instagram, but I have used so much of this white shade already. It's so lovely. Then I take a fluffy brush and I usually go for this burnt orange shade, but you need the tiniest amount of this because these shadows are so pigmented. And with this, I like to put it in my outer corner first and then eventually just blend it through the crease. Then I'm just going to take this golden ochre colour, which is like a yellow, put that slightly higher, but ever so slightly. Whenever I do use this palette, I do like to go for like an orangey vibe, so I am just going to take this burnt orange again. Sometimes I take this one, but very rarely because that is very pigmented, and I just like to put it on the outer corner of my eye and very gently just blend it in, ever so slightly. Then for an everyday look, I don't find it necessary to highlight my brow bone, but I do like to take this colour here called Verma right above the gold colour. It's a very, very shimmery, almost like pinky white colour. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the way it looks on the inner corner, so I just like to place that right on the inner corner. So that's pretty much everything for eyeshadow. Like I said, it's not like this every day, but it's mainly the same colours and there's always that inner corner highlight. Then I'm just going to curl my eyelashes with my eyelash curlers, and the spring in this one is going so bad. If any of you guys know any good eyelash curlers that aren't necessarily expensive, then please let me know. I can't even remember where I got these from. But yeah, curling my eyelashes, then I'm going to use Benefit's Roller Lash because all-time favourite mascara. Swear by this stuff. So often this is how I'll leave my eyes. I don't always do my bottom lash line because I have very watery eyes and they do water, and whenever I apply mascara to my bottom lashes I always get black underneath my eyes. But for the sake of this video, like I've done on this side, it does really pull the look together, so I might as well just do it for the video. And then the last finishing touches on my face will be blush. This is by number 7. It's that old that it doesn't even have a colour name on it anymore, but it's just a gorgeous peach colour and it is matte. So I'll either use this and a highlight, but I'll only use a highlight very lightly because I do have oily skin. And if I'm not using that, I'll either use a pinky blush which is shimmery, and then that way I won't apply a highlight. But for today we're going to go in with the matte blush because that's just what I've got out in front of me. And yeah, I'm just going to put that on my cheeks. It doesn't do too much, but it is just like a nice natural flush. So for highlight, I'm just going to take the Revolution palette that I had before. Comes with 2 highlight shades at the bottom. This white one is so nice on a night out because it's just so striking, so strong. But I really like this rose gold one for everyday because it is very natural, and at the moment I do have a soft box in front of me. So it's going to show up a little bit stronger on camera than in real life. But yeah, I do like to just apply this very lightly up here. Oh, I've completely forgotten. I forgot to do my eyeliner. Like, I have such a mess right now, all on a tray. I can't even find anything. Oh my god, it's literally just been on my legs the whole time. Just looks like this. It's by Miss Sporty and it's their Pump Up 24-hour booster waterproof liner. I'm gonna try and do a slight wing. Nothing too dramatic. So there we go, not perfect, but it's good enough because it's only everyday makeup. But when I was doing that, it got me thinking. I got a comment the other day on my video and it's like, you do your eyeliner after mascara? That's so wrong. And I was literally sitting there like, how is that a wrong order to do your makeup in? I mean, I understand that you would never do powder before foundation, that completely makes sense. But I mean, whether I choose to do my eyeliner before my mascara, how does that affect anyone? And then lastly for lips, I have 2 products which are very similar in colour and I always alternate between the 2. The first one is NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream and this is in the colour London. And the second one is what I wear the most, especially in my videos. I wear it all the time in real life though. This is my everyday colour. It's in the shade Au Naturel and it's by Avon, just looks like this. Like a nudie orange colour, and also the formula of this is matte. I actually like this more than the matte lipstick by MAC, so yeah, just gonna apply this. Just looks like this, and sometimes I do go in with a lip pencil, but for the majority of the time they always need sharpening, and me and my mum share our lip pencil sharpener, so it always goes missing. I should really just buy one of my own. But yes, this is the finished makeup look. So this is what the finished look looks like with my hair down and everything. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video and perhaps found out some cruelty-free brands that maybe you just didn't know were cruelty-free. And apologies for using quite a bit of high-end makeup. I know a lot of people prefer it when I do use drugstore, but this is probably the only high-end products I have and I absolutely love them. They're like my favourite things to use. Drugstore and high-end, everything I showed in this video are my favourite products, so hence why I just love this look so much. Also, like I mentioned, I did go a little dramatic on the eyes. This is as heavy as I do go for my everyday look, but these are usually the colours that I tend to wear. But apart from that, if you've made it this far, then thank you so much for watching because, you know, you're a star, you've made it so long. So if you have enjoyed and I've kept you entertained, then please do give this video a thumbs up and also leave me some comments letting me know what your favourite products are, because like I said, these are my all-time favourite products, and if you do have a dupe for the MAC Paint Pot, then please let me know. I'll be ever so grateful. But that's all, so thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye guys!